I gave my cheating husband exactly what he wanted for his birthday, and he immediately regretted asking for it. For 6 months, I'd been finding evidence. Lipstick on his collar that wasn't mine. Credit card charges for restaurants I'd never been to. Late nights at client meetings that didn't exist. But the final proof came when I found his phone unlocked on the kitchen counter. Her name was Veronica. The messages went back 8 months. Not just affair messages, planning messages. They were discussing their future together. Our house, our savings account, how to handle the wife situation after his birthday. My husband Cameron had been dropping hints about what he wanted for his 35th birthday for weeks. Not subtle hints. Desperate, obvious ones. I just want my freedom, he'd say during dinner, not even looking at me. I want to live my authentic life. When I'd ask what that meant, he'd give me this patronizing smile. You wouldn't understand. You're too comfortable with mediocrity. The week before his birthday, he sat me down for what he called an honest conversation. I think we should consider an open marriage, he said. I need space to explore who I really am. I nodded thoughtfully. So you want complete freedom? No restrictions? Exactly, he said, relief flooding his face. I knew you'd eventually understand. I spent his birthday morning in the kitchen, wrapping his gift with extra care. He came downstairs humming, practically bouncing with excitement. Happy birthday, I said sweetly, handing him the perfectly wrapped box. He tore it open like a kid at Christmas. Inside was a stack of papers. What's this? He asked, his smile faltering. Divorce papers, I said calmly. You said you wanted freedom. You said you wanted to live your authentic life. This gives you exactly that. His face went white. This isn't what I meant. Page 3 details the asset division, I continued. Since I've been paying the mortgage for 2 years while you found yourself, the house stays with me. Page 7 covers spousal support, which you won't be getting. He frantically flipped through the pages. You can't do this. We can work this out. I pulled out my phone and played a recording. His voice filled the kitchen. I just want my freedom. I want to live my authentic life. I also included screenshots of your messages with Veronica, I said. Turns out planning to steal your spouse's inheritance while cheating makes for interesting divorce evidence. Cameron's hands started shaking. How long have you known? Long enough to move our savings to an account you can't access. Long enough to change the locks. Long enough to pack your things. I gestured to the suitcases by the door. But this is my house too, he stammered. Not anymore. I consulted a lawyer 3 months ago. Funny thing about adultery in this state. It affects asset division. He looked at the papers again, his face crumpling. I made a mistake. I never meant for this to happen. You're absolutely right, I said. You made a mistake. You asked for freedom, and I'm giving it to you. As he stood there holding his birthday gift, I added, Veronica's expecting you, by the way. I forwarded her your messages about leaving your wife. She seemed thrilled. 6 months later, I got a text from Cameron. Veronica had left him for someone with actual money. He was living in a studio apartment, working retail because word of his affair had spread through his professional network. Can we talk? His message read. I blocked his number and poured myself a glass of wine in my quiet, peaceful house. Sometimes the best gifts are the ones that teach people to be careful what they wish for.